Look at Dragon Age Inquisition on the PS4. As you know, those of you who have been following the game closely, Inquisition's coming out for the PC, the PS4, the Xbox One, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. We haven't really shown much PS4 gameplay, so if any. So I think it's time. If you don't know, I'm Mark Dara, executive producer of the Dragon Age franchise,
yes.
world, universe, is here with me, and my name is Mike Lidla. I'm the creative director. Mark's going to be doing most of the talking because my voice is kind of shot. You may be able to hear. This is, this is what Canadian colds do.
Yes.
So Mark's not really healthy either, so we may die.
So last time Cameron and Mike showed character creation, we're going to show a little bit more. The elf and the dwarf, I think, a little bit today.
Absolutely.
And then we'll show a little bit more hinterlands.
So I'm thinking probably lady dwarf, guy elf.
Sure, let's do that.
We've shown a fair number of female elves because, they're kind of pretty and stuff. As you can see, obviously the class selection remains the same. Dwarves will be missing mage. So let's go mage. We're not going to be playing so difficulty.
Yeah, so...
So, Mark, any guidance for me while I fiddle? What are you looking?
What are we looking for? Let's see if we can. Let's see what we get when we get in there. I mean, Cameron definitely was not making the most attractive makeup choices last time.
I'm probably not going to go glam rocker.
Yeah, so maybe we can make something a little bit more attractive than that.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah.
What are we looking for? Blonde? You want rugged? Give me.
Yeah, let's do something. Yeah, blonde. Let's go classic. Elfie elf.
Okay.
Elf.
All right.
Within a capital E.
So like not exclamation point Legolas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
A little not Legolas.
Not Legolas. Legolas 69.
X hyphen Legolas.
I guess.
All right, there we go. So of course our elves are Dalish, and they come with their tattoos that represent the different gods that they follow. We can start through some of the basics. This guy's had a rough day.
That's not very Legolas.
Hasn't really seen a lot of sun.
This guy's pretty Legolasy.
Yeah, we'll start here. I think so. At a high level, this is one of the things I think I love the most on this is actually the flexibility of the face shape, because this everything's kind of deltas off of this.
Yeah. So once we get this in, we can get something we're happy with.
There we go. Let's go a little wider face here. Let's give him a nice bronzy tone. Maybe a Zevran 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably. Oh.
A little lack of sleep. Go through. Obviously, the complexions have a pretty wide range.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe
needs a shaved Legolas.
Needs a shaved version of Legolas. Now let's go a little classic here. There we go. I'm thinking I'm going to do eyes a different way. All right. So let's see. Legolas, little ponytail. That's not bad. Practical for nature. Kind of overdone.
That takes a lot of time in the morning to get ready. That's
tussle.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Through here. That's kind of a Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. Well,
ooh, give him the undercut. We could do that.
Don't you remember the Lord of the Rings movies from the 80s when Patrick Swayze was playing Legolas?
That actually, I would watch that. That would have been amazing. Kind of like Roadhouse in Breed. That would have been awesome. He's the cooler. I would have totally brought him louder.
Oh, you got to be louder.
Oh, Connell's telling me to be louder, which will probably come at great personal expense. Exactly that. Yeah. Connell's here with us too, folks. If you're curious. Please can forward all your concerns to him. He will absolutely be looking forward to it. Okay, so we have a honey blonde.
A little bit darker.
There we go.
There we go.
Kind of in the Varick tones.
Yes.
So I think last time I saw some people saying, "Oh, hey, you kept talking over the voices," and I certainly don't want to keep talking over the voices this time. That would just be untoward. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. So by default,
how much is this going to cost me exactly?
Leave me no choice.
And there we go.
So 2 voices for each.
I just hope I can help.
Yeah, I think we'll go with the American voice just to mix it up.
I just hope I can help.
Okay, now we get into the detail bits.
Yeah, exactly. So ears on elves, of course, kind of the hallmark feature of the elven race. So nice thing, of course, size, overall positioning. Where are we going to go? Wow,
that's a big ear.
I'll go down here. Clipping through the hair. There we go. I think This is always the classic. Is what do you do with the cheeks on the elf? I think we want to go a little slimmer, take the brow out a little bit.
Yeah.
We can dig down in here now. To me, those eyes look. I don't know. They're nice. They're nice. They're like those are a hunter's eyes. He's tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's got it. He's seen some stuff.
Well, that's man, you could just lose yourself in those, couldn't you? like dewdrops in the rain.
You're not allowed to romance your own character.
Oh yeah,
That's,
no.
no.
Nor your sister in DA2.
No,
Or
yes.
Older Bloods.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go for it. And we could just no, that's like 1,000 watts.
And anime.
Bit too much. So I don't think we showed off any of these, the eyebrow styles. These are always kind of fun, because I think modern movies, everybody's all super plucked.
Yeah.
But you know what? You want verging on
Look,
unibrow.
Where are you getting tweezers out in the?
It's
in
true.
the
It's
dales?
true. It
It's
is rough out there. You've got dragons
Yeah,
hunting
so-
you down. You may not have time to do some manscaping. Of course, we want to cover the range, right? There, we want to go kind of Legolas-y, so we'll go there. I'm having trouble working around
the scars.
just the volume of scars.
So you're gonna turn it down a little bit
I think we're
there.
gonna go like a little kind of like artist.
Colin keeps moving the microphone. I think I. So
No one's hearing me, I guess.
yeah.
Sorry, Colin. I apologize. Let's see. Let's take that down. There we go. That's like the bad boy. He's the one in the boy band who rides in on the motorcycle,
Yeah, so he got a scar,
He got
probably
a
for something not that impressive earlier.
like
but
cutting rutabaga.
Oh, in
Yeah.
case anyone missed it, what system are you playing on right now?
We are currently playing on the PS4 for anyone joining in at the moment. We're Charge In. We're going to do both Elf and Dwarf today, and then we're going to jump into the Hinterlands a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll do a little more gameplay. I want to take a look at some more tactical stuff.
Show a little bit more tactical combat.
There you go. There we go. Nice deep blue. There we go. Oh, that
That's
really
nice.
matches-
That's a good tattoo.
Matches his eyes. Look at
Yeah.
that. Dreamy. All right, now Cameron's pretty much covered makeup in its entirety, so
It's
we'll
all
go
its
up and down.
permutation.
Yeah. So this is kind of fun. We've never done this before. Having the teeth actually visible as part of your thing, kind of that Gina Gershon or kind of look. There we go.
I don't know people's names.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. And it's funny. I had a bunch of people tweeting at me like, "Why is everybody full lipped?" There you go. There you go.
Go. So,
Not so full lipped, right? You want a guy who looks like he's all business. Done, right? We can take that up and down as we see fit, and then I think we're just gonna pull.
Can male elves have beards or curly hair? Can they make Mark Dara elf?
Mark Adara Elf. I don't believe we have facial hair for elves, but we
Not
do.
quite there, but we can get into kind of this tight crop stubble
Yeah.
kind of look that you can have.
Good.
And this will actually, you can have the hair coming up off the head, kind of a tight there, a nice full kind of round curl is possible. We don't want to go too massive with it, 'cause,
Yeah.
blow through all your helmets, and of course, he probably shaves that.
Yeah.
Probably shaves that.
Probably not probably
Is there
male
elf
pattern bond.
Is there elf pattern baldness?
Yes,
That's
elf-
really the question
yes.
facing us today. All right, there we go.
And
There we go. Chin shape.
that's a pretty nice looking guy.
That's not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Now we want to go over to dwarf as well, right?
Yeah. I think we can do dwarf female. Is that
Sure.
what you're thinking? That's a good idea. We haven't shown too much dwarf female at this point, I don't think.
Almost none.
We didn't show any. Yeah, so
E3,
yeah.
E3 we had that. We had the solid brick shithouse that is the dwarven male warrior.
Yeah.
It's just a wall of steel. But females, interestingly, I mean, all of our races, different body shapes, body sizes. So the dwarf female is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of the Canary male for
Yes.
height.
So she is the shortest. She's actually shorter than dwarf male.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, and of course, dwarves cannot be mages in the DA world. They are highly magic resistant, though, so that's a
Yes.
nice plus.
So that's a good thing.
Go warrior. There we go.
Forward state.
Yeah, we won't be. We are connected to the keep right now. Otherwise, we'd be pulling down a.
I guess
a
we have to be
custom state.
connected to the internet, otherwise this stream is going nowhere.
I
We're
do
just
think-
talking to each other.
God, I hope we're on the internet. Otherwise,
This is kind of pointless.
this is going to be that thing we're telling stories to our grandkids about later.
There's that one time I did a stream. Like, Grandpa, what's the internet?
You know that thing in your head? Yeah.
I'm just happy that I said grandpa instead of grandma. Yeah, in that sentence.
Yeah.
Let's just all be pleased by that.
That's a little glimpse into the Mark Darrah state of mind.
Yes.
When you're the boss and you're finishing the video game, everybody asks you questions all the time.
Yes.
I think Mark's decision capacity may have maxed out a couple weeks ago.
That's fine. I'm not really filtering myself at the moment, so.
Well, it's good. Good thing you're on the internet.
Yeah, it's good. That's going to be a problem, right?
No, we'll be fine. All right, let's take a look at some of the varieties for the Dwarven heads.
Like her.
Oh yeah, she looks awesome. Again with that the Outcast brand. If you're not a member of any of the casts at all, and as well, of course, a variety of other tattoos. The Dwarven ones tend to be more angular. They do vary by race, as you see. These are obviously very different. From
it's very different. Yes.
She's kind of ruddy. Had a rough day. Or is that Freckles? That's Freckles plus a little bit of the complexion change. Of course, those two are related. All right, where do we start? You want to start off her?
Sure, let's start with her.
Whoa, start? That's silly. Customize. That's what we're here to do. All right, so here you'll see a lot of fairly similar elements. So we'll take a look at some of the eyeshadows and stuff. And as you guys can see, there is a pretty huge range of color possibilities here because you're controlling not just the actual base color, but the hue and you're controlling the hue and the saturation.
So you can get
bring
volume
it
from
right down
black.
to kind of this like nice kind of deep crimson, and then you'll notice it updates in real time. This to me is pretty important because, you know, if you're like, oh, I want to live in the kind of lighter spectrum, you can see that shift into the greens, up into the reds, and as you pull it down and increase saturation, you'll see that in real time as well. So that makes for some pretty powerful tweaking you can do. We'll go to kind of a darker red, kind of
darker,
about right around there, a little more subtle.
Can you talk a bit about dwarven beards at all?
We can in fact show dwarven beards.
Yeah, I'd love to show dwarven beards.
So we do have beards on females and for dwarves only.
Yeah, we decided, you know what? Hey, follow your dwarven bliss. So male and female beards are actually, they share the same. You know, it's sort of Tolkien-esque. They don't have the same depth of beard customization you have for the male dwarves. They're huge and bushy. In fact, might be worth going out and take a look at those.
Yeah, actually, that's true. We haven't shown dwarf. Yeah,
we should. Stubbly look, away you go.
Yeah.
And of course, range of hair colors and so on, just like the others. I really like this one on her. That looks really kind of the intricacy you'd expect of the dwarves. When you think of them, you think craftspeople. And again, we have our voice options here. So
how much is this going to cost me exactly?
Lots of people are looking for some samples off the voices.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
I do like that it gives you a good chance to kind of see your character's face move.
Yes,
after you've customized
which is true. It's good because you chance to maybe fix something if you're not really happy with the way their lips look.
we had a funny bug where the skin tone was affecting the teeth.
Yes.
And if you had a character with darker skin, their teeth started to drift towards brown. And you know, the lead artist was like, "Can you give me a screenshot?" So of course I'm trying to do it. And I'm like, "Oh wait, pop to CareGen, and I can get examples while changing the skin color dynamically." He was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty broken.
That's pretty smoker's teeth."
Yeah, they went really yellow on the darker skins. All right, so fun one that's here. The Dwarven complexion's got a good range as well. So again, you know, some people want to look a little more weathered, a little more ruddy. And then that is separate from skin tone, which again is separate from your tattoos, which is again separate from scars. So I saw some people asking questions about that last time we went through this. A little freckle kind of look, tweak the skin tone, take it down. And if we head in here, you can see again, you know, changing the position of your scars. Showed this off a little bit last time. I think it's very cool, especially the way it actually will interact as you increase the intensity of the scar. It'll interact and cut through.
Yeah, cut through hair
and
tattoos and things.
Yeah, which is really quite a nice touch. Okay, and we want to take a look at
let's
dwarven beards.
Let's take a quick look at male dwarven beards because we haven't shown them either.
Sure.
Now, after you've set your character, can you change hairstyles and makeup later on?
Not currently. Not currently. It's something we want to look at for later on as a possible expansion or something we release post. But right now it's kind of focused. This is why we put so much effort into making sure that the lighting is using the new cinematic lighting system. So essentially, the lighting you're seeing there is the majority of the lighting scenarios over the course of the game.
We did do that in Dragon Age 2 after the fact. We had the
Was in the Black Emporium.
Black Emporium, yeah. So definitely something that is on our to-do list, but not for launch. I love the American voice with the male dwarf.
Yeah, yeah. So the American voice actor, I think this will surprise some people, is John Curry, who voiced Severin in Dragon Age Origins.
I'd forgotten that.
He has a pretty huge range, and when we got the his audition, it was hilarious because you had Caroline Livingstone's our voiceover director, absolutely amazing at her job, and she knew not to kind of prejudice myself or Dave Gate or any of the people attending. So she said, "I'm just going to play this one," and she played it, and we're like, "Wow, that guy's got such presence." And he's like, "Yeah, let's do this." And we were like, "Oh wow, that okay, that one goes in the pile for sure. That absolutely goes in the pile," because we narrowed it down because we get a lot of auditions for main characters. And so we decided, okay, that one's really good. She's like, "Great, do you know who that is?" And we were like, "It's Severin? That's amazing. That's amazing." So yeah, it was pretty astonishing. All right, so here, this the nice close crop stubble again, and ranging through some of the beards. We wanted to give, especially for dwarves, humans have a pretty wide range as well. Elves, of course, aren't as bearded, but we wanted to have them kind of come down, nice thick, luxurious beard, pulling it down to more the sculpted style, but I haven't shaved in a few days. Again, you're out in the field; it's tough out there.
You got yourself a sword.
Just bring the hatchet. Yeah, little fancy mustache because you got to be respectable. You're the Inquisitor, and then you get into the more kind of classic beard, pulling it down, and then working into. The other day I was going through some old photos. My dad had this beard through college.
What is that? That's the Amish?
I don't know what that is, but my dad had this beard, and actually he was rocking it. He was rocking it in the '60s. Obviously the full. Is that a Van Dyke or a goatee? I can never remember.
I don't remember what the difference is.
Anyway, fantastic.
I'm sure someone's telling us right now.
And I know some folks were asking me. I think I actually saw this on Twitter. Hey, are there any braided beards? Because those look pretty cool in Origins.
There are braided beards.
Of differing density, in fact. Now we've got the one beard option there, and
mustache.
Of course, yeah.
You're gonna do American voice. I think.
He's ready to lead a convoy.
Can the Canary have facial hair?
Canary do have facial hair. The Canary males, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So there gives a little dwarf beard preview.
I don't know how we're doing for time.
No, I'm sure Connell will start waving at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so dive in the game.
Yeah, I think that's what we wanted to show for Chargen, because we pretty much showed everything else last time that I can think of.
Yeah, and I mean it's a broad system. We just wanted to hit a few specific answers. I know the big thing for us was to make sure you could make an Inquisitor that got as close to what you wanted, and of course with the 4 races, that's a pretty enormous investment. The teams had to put a lot of time into that. The nice thing is, hopefully, what with Frostbite being our new start over, we can continue to grow the racial.
Get more varieties, more beards in the future, and hairstyles as we go. Really a good selection to start with, but it's a good template to build upon.
Yeah, and I mean, I might as well just hit it. We have absolutely heard people asking for longer hair female Canary. We've heard different styles. I mean, we're listening to that feedback for sure. Obviously, the game's just finishing up right now. We're putting the final touches on it. We'll see what we can do to continue exploring that as the games continue.
So we're actually loading into the hinterlands. This is one of the first areas that you get access to in the game. It's pretty big.
Yep, and we're here in the middle, kind of in the middle of a war zone. Now, this is an area. It's just off of a part of where we showed Free 3. And a couple things I want to call out here. You'll notice that I'm in combat, but I have not engaged. My characters are not running off. It's because there's a combat nearby actually taking place. Mages and Templars are fighting for control of this region, which allows me to go through. Now, I know some folks were wondering about rogues. So you can see the Templars have actually resolved their little dispute.
They've resolved their disputes?
Yeah, they resolved their dispute.
With their swords?
All right.
So now we'll resolve
Go into
them.
this tree and resolve him. Exactly. So this guy's coming around here. I'm going to play an action for the first little bit here, give people a sense.
I mean, when you're out in the world, some of the fights you're going to come across are going to be pretty small. Like, this is just 2 guys.
Well, I think it was 4 guys.
It was until they resolved things.
And, oh, there's an elemental path. Now, at this point, interestingly, we're playing at a fairly low... excuse me, folks. Playing at a fairly low level.
I think we're level 3 right now.
We're really low. We're actually under-leveled for this area, so it's going to be fairly challenging, even though we're on normal. One thing I want to call out. So, Cassandra, Sword and Shield Warrior, attacks. And we have a variety of weapons and so on for her to attack with.
Can she put on a 2-handed? We don't have one. Yeah, there you go. Yes,
I just looted one, so I thought hey, let's showcase this. If we bring that out...
Hey, Mike, did you just put a 2-handed weapon onto Cassandra?
Yes, Mark, I did. Yes, I did.
My phone is buzzing at me.
I'm going to have to get a copy.
Whoever's buzzing me on the phone, I'm not answering my phone. I'm on Twitch right now.
Mr. Dara is talking to the fans. So, one thing we did, this is kind of a fun element, is you guys have probably seen the videos, the big sweeping arcs. I wish I had one to showcase right now. But with 2-handers, you often do those wide kind of attacks. You saw it through DA2. However, there's a class of weapons called mauls, and we've had those before, but now they behave a little differently. Good heavens. You go, please.
Okay, yeah, so as Mike slowly resolves his mucus issues, I'm going to take... actually both our 2-handed weapons and our daggers have 2 kinds of style. So for 2-handed weapons, we have mauls, which have this very vertical attack. They do more damage, but to a very narrow arc, basically just a single target. Alternatively, you have 2-handed swords. I think axes work the same way. They have more sweeping attacks, so you attack in a cone, do a little bit less damage, but you hit more enemies.
Yeah, you can hit 2 or 3 at a time.
Rogues, I guess we already... Rogues have similar. They have punching daggers, which I believe these are.
Yep.
And they have standard daggers, which are have a sweeping attack as well. So again, you can change up your style a little bit, just based upon the equipment that you are using.
Yep. And the nice thing, again, playing with controller, or again, you can see this when you're playing tactically. You'll notice the character is standing still, doing some like stand and deliver attacks, but by deflecting my stick, I can actually move the fight forward. So if I want to close with an enemy as part of my attack chain, I can do that, or I can stand and actually just focus my firearm in a specific location. Again, also new to DA, being able to attack without an enemy specifically targeted. Very good for getting a sense of, oh, hey, how does a maul work?
Yep.
That's different.
Maybe you want to break a crate or something.
Right. So one other element to look at, I'm going to put Cass back into her shield here. What do we got here? Nice heavy Morning Star. Oh, that looks nice. Perfect. All right. And we're going to take a quick look at character record, because I've got a talent point to spend. So, characters are built in trees. They've undergone some revision from, if you ever saw them during E3, they looked a lot more straight line. We wanted to make sure they had some more interesting choices in them, different pathways through and so on. But different classes will build through. Now, big question, of course, can you go 2-handed? Can you go sword and shield? Can you change later? Absolutely, you can. In fact, you can even buy an amulet called the Tactician's Renewal that will allow you to respec and refund all your points. The one thing you can't change is once you pick a specialization, so you say, I'm going to learn the way of the Templar, that becomes a permanent choice. However, you can spend and unspend points back in and out of Templar, the tree. Right. But it becomes permanently unlocked and added to this.
One spec tree, there's actually a plot required to unlock that.
Yeah, you'll have to involve yourself in some gameplay in order to learn that, not just click a button.
Really what we want to do is make the specialists a bit more involved in from a storytelling perspective.
Exactly. So we talked a little bit about some options for area denial. And being able to control the battlefield. Caltrops here are one of my favorites. They're a nice passive thing that lasts for 30 seconds. You can use them as kind of a start of battle kind of equipment. You can also, ahead of battle or mid-battle, coat your weapons with poison. And you can actually see here that there are upgrades returning from Dragon Age 2, being able to increase your damage, but also being able to increase your durations using passives. So by pursuing down this tree, you can make your poisons more effective. Heading over here into Caltrops, you can again get some other effects as you follow this arc, and at any point you can loop back in.
What tree are we in right now?
This is us. This is the
Sabotage
tree. Yes.
The wooden shoe one.
Throwing wooden shoes, exactly. And of course, subterfuge returns, stealth, some fun ones here that deal with positioning. Threat reduction here. If I'm flanking, I'm not going to be pulling any hate off my enemies. And in general, no matter where I'm standing, I generate less threat, which can be very good because your rogues tend to be kind of squishy.
Well, yeah, we also generate a lot of threat simply because they do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. They're heavy hitters. So that's a very good practical one to take. And of course, going into the dagger trees, we have your flanking attack. This one I quite enjoy. Again, another positional one. Rogues tend to be the most positional of the classes, except of course warriors with shields have a massive defensive
from the front.
bonus up front. Yeah.
Right.
But here you'll notice that you do more damage with bonus damage if you're striking from flank, which is particularly notable. And you can also add an upgrade that keeps them sundered, which means their armor is less effective. You take more damage from everybody,
right.
Which again encourages some team play, and we are a game all about controlling a team. So then, I'm feeling crafty, so I'm going to take caltrops. They'll be added to my menu. I can move those around later if I want.
Can you explain some of the other tabs that are in there, such as the behaviors and the tactics?
Now, we're not going to dig into those just now. We're going to focus on the actual abilities and go through. So I'll do one more fight, a little more actiony, this time with some preparation, some caltrops, and some stealth, which can be very effective. If I go in here, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to come through here. The sword will go through. Now, I've dropped my caltrops into that area. You'll see, as he comes through, he starts getting slowed and immediately starts taking damage. But the mage has a barrier,
So yeah,
which allows me to identify right away.
There's a mage.
I'm under level. I need to work on that mage. Aha, the archers have already targeted him. Good. There we go. Tore him down. So a group of two, not very much challenge against four of us. But even then, because of my level, because that guy got a first couple of hits in, I'm pretty hurt. Which means we could talk about healing.
Yes.
Now this one's been a topic of discussion. People have asked, so, well, wait, how often am I going to have to heal? How is that going to work? So, potions. Healing potions are equipped on your belt. They are a party-wide resource, so no matter who you're controlling, you have the same pool of healing potions. We didn't want, like, Bob to be staying there going, oh yeah, I'm sorry, man. They're on my belt.
Yeah.
But the other two slots over here are potions you equip on a per-character basis.
You can see the one on the right there is actually locked.
That's part of an upgrade.
Yeah,
yep.
you actually need to get an inquisitorial perk to actually give yourself the ability to carry a third potion.
Yeah, so drinking a healing potion gets me into a point here. You notice my health's fully restored. Now, healing isn't the only way to necessarily recover. Big element here is if you look on Cassandra's bar, on the left side there, it's got the big silver markings over top of her health. That's called guard. Guard is generated when warriors use blocking abilities, taunt, perform the kind of activities that allow them to basically prepare for battle. Guard acts like an ablative shield of hit points.
Right.
So it allows your warrior to stand there toe-to-toe, keep swinging, take a hit, and not actually suffer damage from it. They're taking advantage of their armor. This is a bit of a paradigm shift. But between guard and barrier, which we've just had Solus cast on in response to, the character starting to attack, you actually have multiple ways to absorb this. Additionally, with your armor,